Welcome everybody to this week's KubeVirt community meeting. It is the 29th of April 2026 and one day before our VEP deadline. Let's call it deadline, the close date, whatever we call it. Before we get into our agenda, do we have anyone here that is new this week and would like to take a minute to say good day and introduce themselves? Alrighty, let's have a quick check-in at the schedule. So yes, today is the freeze. That's the word I was reaching for. Tomorrow, Thursday, is our virtualization enhancement proposal freeze. We also have, of note, our code freeze is on the 24th of June. What's that? 2 months minus a week. Followed a little bit later on the 22nd of July with the KubeVirt GA. And between those dates, I will probably soon send out a date confirming our version 1.10 unconference date. So that'll be between those two dates. CFPs. It's the same as last week. We have KubeCon Cloud Native Con China. It's still open for another less than a week. Open Source Summit Europe is not yet open, as far as I can tell. And then KubeCon Cloud Native Con North America is open and will be running until the 31st of May. And a quick look at the calendar for the week to come. So alongside our usual meetings, it is the VEP freeze. Tomorrow is our SIG control plane fortnightly week, followed by, we'll have our storage and networking meetings next Monday. And next Tuesday, it's time for our confidential computing meeting. And all the rest are weeklies. Okie dokie. So we'll get into the agenda. For anyone unfamiliar with this meeting, you are more than welcome to throw up anything onto the agenda. And if you've just got a quick little something you want to throw verbally at the end, we'll give you a little moment to say that. So Daniel, you are first up with the quarantine lifecycle.
Hey everyone, hope you can hear me. Hello. Cool. So basically, what we are currently experiencing is that we have like a bunch of quarantine test cases that are somehow like being not worked on, I would say. So there is a bunch of these that are basically like lingering there forever. And so what I want to do, or what I think would be a reasonable approach here would be that we have a persistent or like a life cycle for each quarantine test case, so that there is some hard boundaries where people are being working on the fix of that. So basically, if you can go to the changed files, please, Andrew. So you're changing your to the files change, and then the preview mode on the on I think it should be one the button left to the edgy bracket somehow, like this, display the rich diff. Yeah, exactly. Oh, to the right, this one. Yeah, and then scroll a bit down. So there you can basically see, like, if you're scrolling a bit further down, you will be seeing like an example timeline, which I think is pretty helpful for illustrating what we're trying to do. So we want to have like a life cycle of each pull request of each quarantined test case, which is initiated by a pull request that quarantines the test case. From then on, this will be the initial date. then we are going to assign a SIG, which we usually always do. But we are going to create a tracker issue that the SIG can refer to. So the fix window will be like 4 weeks from the start of the merge of the quarantine PR. Then after 3 weeks, we are issuing a warning to the respective SIG that they should somehow come up with a plan, or at least ask update with the status on how the fix is proceeding. And at the end of the fix window, there will be the expiration. The expiration window will start, which means like that we are at some point going to delete the test, because if a test is not being fixed, it will not provide value inside the test suite, so it can also be deleted. So I hope that this example timeline explains it, what actually like the milestones are there. I would guess that due to high traffic or stuff, there might be like a small extension of the deadline on request, but basically like the fixed deadline, if it is being expired, we are reserving like 2 weeks for deleting the test entirely. So that's my proposal, and I would really like to hear your chiming in on the documentation of this. This is like just only a documentation change inside the KubeVirt docs for the quarantine markdown document. So just one sentence for the reasoning of this. We have quarantined test cases that are older than a year. So the quarantine has been initiated nearly more than a year ago. So I think at some point they somehow got forgotten, and we want to get rid of that. I would say we could basically like try to work on this, so to get rid of all of these. Jed, I've just put it into ready for review so that you can. I don't know if you can just do a review on this, even though it's in draft. But yeah, I was initially thinking that we might be just talking about this at first. But yeah, if you're going to review it anyway, then please go ahead. Yeah, sorry for my long talking. I hope that this brings across the point that I wanted to make. And I'm awaiting your feedback on the pull request. Thanks.
So I want to ask a question, if I may.
Sure.
This exploration, I mean, so will there be any consideration if the test is like simple, or if it's critical one, or it will be deleted regardless? I'm not sure if this is the best way how to handle it. Have you considered alternative, or for example, forcing the SIG to take ownership and fixing the problem?
That's actually what I'm trying to do with this timeline. I'm trying to force the SIG to handle this. Otherwise, we are going to delete them. That's basically what we're trying to do.
Well, I'm really sorry that I need to say this, but probably they don't care if they are keeping the test quarantine for months now. So that's a very sad situation we are in, unfortunately. And I think this is basically not bringing anything new into the play, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is basically, if a test is being quarantined for a year, it can also be deleted because it doesn't bring any value.
Yeah, the reasoning is not fault. I think just that we could achieve more by being more forceful to force the SIGs to actually take actions to root cause, give us an opinion about the issue, or actually fix the issue itself.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. So the thing is, I don't have any other leverage. I can every time, so all the data is there. We have like you basically have seen that in the quarantine document where we are having like our list of quarantined test cases, which is available to anyone. I'm just going to share the link here so that everyone knows. I'm going to put that into the chat. So basically, this document tells us that there is like 17. I mean, this is even not entirely complete. I think there is even more. I don't know why there is a gap of 70 to 20 versus 20. But the thing, what I'm trying to say here is there is tests that are not being cared about for months, and I don't know why they even exist at the moment. So because I mean, like I said, what is the use of a quarantine test if it doesn't do anything? Then we should we could as well delete it. I mean, and
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
trying to do. I'm just trying to increase the pressure on the SIG teams to handle actually those quarantine cases so that we get into a state where we have like a proper life cycle. I mean, any test can at some point get somehow like brittle or flaky or whatever. I totally get that. But the thing is, we should have a proper process where we have timelines. And that's what we don't have at the moment. And I think like this is an essential part on enforcing that someone takes their ownership because without timelines, this is like a whole like a hollow thing to do, you know, because as we see, there is no one working on this.
So I have a proposition. I have an alternative, and the alternative for me would be to create the issue that we have something really bad happening as a test. We already have an issue for quarantine, right?
Yeah.
Let's assign the relevant SIG lead. The SIG lead responsibility should be caring about issues of the SIG, and not necessarily to solve everything by itself, but to delegate as well the work. Let's try it out for the next month or so. Just assign all the quarantine tests to relevant SIGs, and let's see if the SIGs can handle it on its own. If not, then I think it's time for maintainers to step in and enforce it even further. How does it sound to you? And anybody on the call, Vladik?
I honestly don't know if anyone will take responsibility. That's my fear here. We can try, yeah, definitely, but I
So
think that
let's try. But if the SIG doesn't do its work, then I think it's they should not be allowed to do other stuff like contributing new features, because we then know that these features are endangered because we have a track record of them not fixing issues already inside the repo, and then the repo itself or the SIG is becoming unmaintainable. So
yeah, but then what does this actually mean, right? That means that what Daniel is suggesting is that let's put this out, and basically the lane will start falling again, so it will not be usable.
But if we are introducing some features based on some testing, and the testing is then being removed, that's not good. That's like not having a testing from the beginning. And
so
I think that
I think the best way to do is to, instead of we could just block any PR that is going to touch anything that's related to the SIG automatically, and if there are, I mean, something like that. Otherwise, we can try with the dedicated person, but I think there must be something more drastic.
Yeah. So as I proposed, let's give a time for SIGs to take care of this. if it will be successful, then we not need to think about any other measures. But I think this needs to be resolved. And removing tests should be the last and very well reasoned thing to do.
I will not remove them. I mean, I would just block any new contributions from the specific SIG.
Yeah, right. I'm just
Hang on. I think Jed's
reacting
going
on
to
this.
say the same thing that I am, which is let's come back to this if we still have time. Otherwise, we can move it to the PR, and if need be, we can have a dedicated meeting to it. Because I don't think we're going to resolve it in this meeting. We've got other things to talk about.
I was hoping Jed would have a solution.
Maybe he does, but he's
Nope.
put his head down. So
Andrew's right.
okay. Thank you for that. Please put your opinions onto there's a mailing thread and there's a lifecycle PR as well. I've got a quick note here just saying that tomorrow is VEP freeze and 16 of the VEPs do not have a reviewer assigned. I learned this only recently, but if it's entirely manual process, so either you or the reviewer has to go to the project board and put in the name of the reviewer. No one's going to do it for you. And if it doesn't have a reviewer assigned to it, it's not going to move forward. So that's if you're not sure, now's a good time to check the project board and just make sure that everything is ship-shape and ready to go for tomorrow. Do you have any questions? Cool. Right.
Andrew, I think something is wrong with your mic. It's like interrupting. Anyway, I get that you get to my request. There is an issue that is blocking us to upgrading from KubeVirt 1.6. In the next change version, the QEMU version was changed, and the VMs can't be live migrated to the new Virt launcher pods. My question is, are there any solution proposed? We would like to put our strings and help you to implement the solution, to find the proper solution for this issue, or write at least implementation. Found that it has priority critical urgent label. So if anybody has the idea how to properly solve this issue, we would like to contribute a fix for it.
Is there anyone on the call who wants to take a look, or should this go to the SIG compute meeting in 10 minutes?
I see an error around the VirtIO net, so maybe this is a network thing?
There is main issue of migrating from old QEMU version to newer one. And as far I can see, this issue can be reproduced by multiple users. So I'm not sure how to properly solve this issue. Actually, the virtual machine can be live migrated to the same QEMU version, but not to the newer one. And as far I can understand, KubeVirt have no policy to keep the same QEMU version for the virtual machine which it was running. Not sure if if we can consider some mechanisms like that, or is there should be any proper fix for this issue.
I mean, in general, as long as in order for live migrations to continue working between different QEMU versions, the ABI of the virtual machines shouldn't change. So basically, if it was the same ABI and you migrated, or the same a machine type, then you should be free from migrating from one version to another. so my question here is what actually happened during this time? Because I mean, we have upgrade tests that are running pretty much with all the features, and I wonder what happened here that prevents this migration. Because in general, that's the guarantee from QEMU that if the machine type and the VM ABI didn't change, the migration should be allowed.
Yeah, I think it could be possible to hard code specific machine type for the virtual machines. That might solve similar issues in the future. Not sure how it works right now. Probably it should choose some default one.
Yeah, and it's being preserved on the VM as far as I remember. But yeah, let, let me look into this. I'm not sure what actually happened here. Do we have enough logs from, or is it easily reproducible?
Yes. I can provide you any logs. You need to just provide me what exactly you want to know. We can even provide the testing environment or steps to
So
reproduce.
this is specifically about a CDI, or how's this related?
No. This is related only to KubeVirt.
I wonder if there was something that changed the PCI topology.
Not sure, to be honest.
Maybe something we can take off on the PR from now. Just trying to be conscious of time.
Yeah, let's move on. I'll try to take a look at this.
Thanks, Vladek. Lex
Thank you.
Spray. Is this something we
Yeah,
need to
it's me. I am from Tech too, and exactly this issue already closed by me. But I'm feeling lack of, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's SRIOV support. Yeah, you can scroll down and where is your PR? I found in the main branch. I already tested it. It works well. And my main question, is it possible to backport it to 1.8 version? We really need this functionality for our clients. So it will be great if you can backport with to 1.8.
Rubo.
Go for it. So I just want to say that the functionality is not complete. So for example, the display was not implemented yet. I'm hopefully after the web freeze I get to it. But for the backport, what I can say is usually the policy is that we don't backport features, only bugs, and this is kind of feature.
Right now we have an environment with this type of hardware. Let us know if we can help you with completing this functionality, or we can take this. We just need to sync it somehow. What should be done to finish this, to make it working?
Yeah, you can ping me on the Slack and I can tell you.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Alan.
Hi, yes, I just wanted to get some eyes on this enhancement proposal to graduate SEV from alpha to beta. We already have end-to-end testing for SNP and SEV ES, so it's there shouldn't be too much of a blocking for this.
Yeah, I think in general we're in a good spot with this. I'll take a look at this today.
Yeah, I'm also just trying to figure out how to get it onto the board. So if anybody can help me with that, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of a manual process as well. At this point, we need to see how to automate this. Yeah.
Thank you. Daniel is looking for someone in the KubeVirt repo to review and merge this. It's got a few LGTMs. Daniel, is there anything else that you wanted to add to that?
I think it pretty much says it all. So basically, this is just the documentation of how the current automatic quarantine workflow works, just an update on the quarantine markdown. So, yeah.
And one more comma and it's good to go. And Arel, is Arel here? Is anyone able to speak to this?
It seems like he's only looking for reviewers, so if anybody has a time, please have a look.
Yeah, might be difficult this week with everything else that's going on.
I will take a look starting next week, maybe I will. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Igor. Fan, I did see your message in chat, and I think that is a really great topic. We're not going to have time today in the last 30 seconds. Unless I would suggest you put that on next week's agenda, or I can do it when I set up the thing from the template if you'd like. Presumably it can wait a week. Before we finish up today, did you want to give a prelude to that or start something on the mailing list? Is Fan here?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey. Your comment about vulnerability scanning. We're not going to get to it now, but did you want to say something to get people to think about it for next week? We could talk about it.
It will be very brief. So I just want you to understand that if the upstream has a regular process in the CI to continuously scan for the vulnerabilities on the main branch or drive the fixes. Because we have internal scanning mechanism and it frequently flags the CVEs in the KubeVirt repo. So many of these can be straightforwarded to address by bumping the dependencies. So since because it's a very generic fixes, so I feel like they should be addressed in the upstream quickly and directly, right? So do we already have established the process for vulnerabilities triage and version bump fix? Or do we need to set up those sort of recurring process to handle this?
Someone will answer better than me, but I can say that we've got Dependabot. We have some scanning, but I have no doubt that these can be improved, and it's definitely worth talking about if your scanning is picking up stuff that can be fixed in the upstream.
Yeah, and Fan, maybe you can chat directly with Jed and Lubo.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, everybody. Sorry for going over time this week. That is it. Good luck for everyone putting forward their VEPs and their reviews. Thanks a lot, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Have a good one until then. See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you. Thanks.
Thank you.